What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, but I wanted to talk with you all about something that's been on my heart for a while, to share how to become a sports content creator. Or if you already a sports content creator, how do you take things to the next level? How do you grow? A lot of this information, I think, transcends sports content creation. And if you're interested in creating a platform and being a content creator in general, you'll find some value in this stuff. But specifically, I want to speak to my sports guys because that's the demo that I've grown in and that, you know, folks know me for. So let's get into it.
Triple B's! AB the Hero. Back at it, baby.
All right, so for me, this is something that I wanted to talk about for a while now, as I said previously. What I've really realized is that it took me a long time to really call myself a content creator or look at myself as a sports content creator. At first, I just felt like I was a dude who was a fan of sports and there were things happening in the world and I wanted a place to be able to talk about them, right? If that's you, this video is for you. If you're somebody who is a content creator and you are in this moment like me where I said, oh, wait a minute, there's some financial incentive for creating content. How do I take it to the next level? This video is for you, right? If you're somebody who is like, man, I've really been watching some of these content creators ascend and I'm inspired and I want to get into it. I don't know how. I want to find my voice. This video is for you as well. For me, many moons ago, I fell in the category of somebody who really was just, things were happening in the sports world. I wanted to talk about it, so I created an account. I'll never forget. I was typing this long message and I said, bro, why are you typing this long message? Nobody's ever going to read that. Nobody's going to see it. Why don't you just create a video? I started my first video. I remember, actually, ironically, it was about I think LeVar and LaMelo and all of those stuff. But at the time, it wasn't even about them. It was about the impact that they were having potentially on kids that I had seen in the actual real world. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a channel and we are here where we are today. Now, in order to not hold y'all up too long, I'm going to get to it. All right. So we look at here. Number one thing that I want to get across to you is content is king. All right. Content is always going to be king. There are a few different things that we'll talk about here. And I think that if you got advice from other creators, they may put them in different orders. But to me, I am going to tell you that content is king 100,000% of the time. Because what I've learned over creating content, and I've just really started diving deeper into Instagram and building up this following. If I was able to go into these insights, I think that in the last 2 months, I probably have gained maybe 8,000 to 10,000 followers just because I've been diving in and really switching the content up and thinking about different things and how to create content for Instagram. It is the same thing here on YouTube. One of the big things that I noticed, and I even heard Mr. B say this one time, is that there are things that make people click on your videos. One of the biggest things that makes folks click on your video is the experience that they had the last time they watched the video, right? So, man, the last time I watched an AB the Hero video, it was so good. He said something that was so profound that, man, I want to click on it again. The last time I watched an AB the Hero video, he says something that I despise so much. I know he gonna say something again. I'm clicking on it again. Or the last time I watched the AB the Hero video, it was so lackluster. It didn't move me. It was clickbait. All of that stuff. I don't even want to watch it no more, right? He said something so against me and offensive that I don't want to watch it. Like, those are the things that happens, right? So I always say content is king. Think about the audience. Think about how you can service the needs that they have, right? if you have an audience that like you're giving news, right, or you're giving your opinion, right, think about it. Are you cultivating an audience that wants quick takes and they want a 2-minute quick piece of information? XYZ just played, XYZ lost, here was the game, right? If that's all I'm looking for and I click on your video and I get that and it take 2 minutes for you to give me that, great. If all I'm looking for is those details, I click on your video and I gotta watch it for an hour and a half to understand what happened in last night's game, I may not come back. The content may be great for some people, but it might not work for the demographic that you're going at, and it also might not work for scaling. So when I say content is king, I think I want to have 2 takeaways for you. Think about the content that you're creating. Create content that will engage an audience and want them to come back because you're seeing something in a way that they really appreciate. Or think about content that answers questions or gives value to folks, so then they can come back because they're thinking like, man, I know that what I'm looking for, I'm going to get from that person. Get from AB the Hero or from whoever it is right away. Now, the next thing that I would say is show and tell. And I think that for most people who are content creators, this is probably one of the things that people will tell you is most important. And when I say show and tell, I'm talking about titles and I'm talking about thumbnails. Your titles and thumbnails for a lot of folks is the gateway into your videos, right? Why I think this is number 2 is because you may get folks to click on your video and watch it, but if you don't have the content, they're not going to stay long and they're not going to come back. In these platforms, YouTube, Instagram, retention and view duration matters a ton. So your thumbnail could be amazing. People could click on it, but if they don't stay and watch a good portion of the video, it will effectively hurt your channel. Now, why this stuff is important is, let me give you an example of this here. This video here, you can look at the thumbnail. Let me see if I can, actually, let me see if I can make this page bigger. This video here, inside look in the Ball Mansion. This video has 427,000 views. All right. Let's try this. When I put this video up, nobody watched it. I changed the title and the thumbnail probably about 3 times in order for it to pick up. So the content was solid. The content was there, but people were not watching this video because the thumbnail was whack and the title was whack. Let me see. Dope as hell. Let's see. We can go to analytics. Engagement. All right. So you see here, this video is posted on April 19th. It took until April 20th, a couple days for this thing to spike and then do what it did here. And then you see the views going up here. In these couple of days, April 20th, 3,000 views, 5,000 by 21, 22. I'm telling you, every time you see one of these huge jumps here in this graph is me changing the title and me changing the thumbnail. I wish I had it set up so I could show y'all what I was changing it to and all of that stuff, but I don't right now. But so that ended up on this video here, and that title and thumbnail, and that video did what it did. This video became so popular. My neighbor next door, one day I was walking from my car and he came running across the grass yelling at me and was basically like, yo, I was just on YouTube and I clicked on this video and it was your voice, and then I saw you in the video and I was like, wait a minute, that's my neighbor. To me, that is the power of thumbnails and titles. So with that, you need to think of things that are compelling. This is the takeaways. Think of things that are compelling. What is something that people would love to click on? What is something that will get the people going? And position your title that way. Think about keywords What are names? What is the video about? What is something? Is there a question that you can ask that makes people want to click on the video to get the answer from it? When you're looking at the title, one of the biggest things that I have had success with is when the title matches the tone of the video. And what do I mean by that? If I'm talking about Michael Jordan being upset, I'm going to put a video that looks like Mike is upset. If I'm talking about Steph Curry and Mark Jackson, I'm gonna have them here, but we all know how that situation turned out. So I might use a clip of them that looks like they are, you know what I'm saying, are not happy at the moment. Here's this here. This is not what the inside of that gym looks like. However, you can tell things are under construction. Matches the title, building a multi-million-dollar gym. That looks like a multi-million-dollar gym being built. So that's some of the stuff that I would say. So there is always some healthy clickbait that you can use, but for the most part, what I would suggest is think of creative ways to show and tell what your video is going to be about. I would say I think we had 3 here, is niche down and expand. Niche down and expand. What do I mean by that? If you've been a follower of the content that I have on my channel, it is heavy Ball family content, right? That's where most people know me from, right? I told y'all at the beginning of this video, the first video that I did, and this is what I'm telling you, is that the first video I ever did, where I was talking to the camera, sports related, it got 1,600 views in one day. For a first upload of that type of video, that was a big deal because I was expecting really nobody to see it, but it was on something that was a hot topic in the moment. People cared about it. I cared about it, which is why I made the video. That was one of the things I looked in the comment section, and my aunt was in the comments, and I hadn't even posted that video to like none of my family and my personal socials or anything. It just was such a topic that people cared about and they were looking for, that they found that video, the first post that I ever made. So when I say niche down and expand, I'm saying think about it through the lens of I would say this was a big revelation that I had. I watched First Take. I watched Colin Cowherd, and I realized that they talk about similar things. LeBron James, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Dallas Cowboys. They talk about a lot of things, but the core messaging around on all of those platforms are around the similar things. Now, for me, niche down and expand is something that I was doing initially, but I kind of got away from it, but we're back to that, right? That's why you go over here to my Instagram, you'll see that the content is very diverse. It's a little bit about everything. That's part of a strategy that I have to kind of blend the two audiences here. But one of the things that helped me grow is that I had a very niche subset of content that I was creating content about, right? So talking about LaMelo, LeVar, LiAngelo, the Big Baller brand, very niche, but as they begin to do different things, we start talking about high school basketball, we're talking about Lithuanian basketball, we're talking about Australian basketball. Now we're in this NBA conversation, and naturally from that niche, the audience has to expand to a larger and larger and larger group. That's the one way to expand. But also sometimes you just weave in some other ways of content. So right here, this video is about Black-owned luxury sneaker brands. This video here is about Miles Bridges, not necessarily about LaMelo and all that stuff. There is some close tie. This video here is more so about Donovan Mitchell. You see, we talk about KSI, some boxing stuff. If I went to my most popular videos here, let's see, can I get that? All right, let's see, sort most popular. you see one of my most popular uploads is a live stream about Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. So obviously a lot of this is on brand with what are the content that we do, but you see that there's just opportunity to have big outburst of views and engagement by expanding your audience here live. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. All right, now let's go here to the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about. Find a formula. Now, finding a formula kind of loops back into that niche thing that I was talking about. One of the big things that I have learned from my journey as a content creator is that when you really look at the internet, you see that it is built off trends, right? So for us as creators, sometimes you might do something, you think to yourself, I got to do this again. This is going to be boring. I don't want to do the same style of video. Let me switch it up. Let me switch what? But when you really start to analyze and dissect the internet, you see that there are these moments where these trends happen and people love just watching the same content over and over and over again. For example, I think about the mannequin challenge. I remember I watched probably 100 mannequin challenge videos back to back. Just kept going. As long as people were taking it up the Harlem Shake thing, back to back. People kept taking it up a notch and doing more and more, and then we got into that. You still the TikTok, you see the dance challenges. What folks do is they create these formulas in which you can package content in. Now, here's the thing that I have noticed, and this is what I would suggest to you, is find a formula and innovate on said formula. When I think about my channel, the formula and what I liked and what I was trying to go for initially was I watched the Colin Cowherds, and I watched how he would sit at a desk and be able to just hold conversation and give him points by himself. And I said, yo, I know I could do that. I watched all of these other sports content creators, and they have the GIFs and the video clips and the woo woo wow, and those things work, right? That probably was the most that probably was the best way to grow, right? Even on this channel, there are videos that I've done in a similar fashion, but and that have done really well. But for me, that was the formula that I found. I want to sit and I want to talk. I want to mimic what they were doing on First Taking a Bit. All of these talk shows where I said to myself, I could make all of these edits, I could write all of these scripts, but I know that the audience out there is used to watching people sit at a desk and talk sports, right? On the internet, we're used to watching things be ultimately super edited and put together in clips and all of this stuff, but we're used to debate shows and all of that stuff. So I wanted to give a semblance of that here on this platform. When I go over here to YouTube, Instagram, one of the big things that I have found and a formula that I have enlisted, and like I said, I've grown this Instagram account probably 8,000 to 9,000, whatever I said earlier, followers in the last couple of months, is this formula here, in which I take this clip and I take this tweet and I add some music to it, and I say something that hopefully is challenging folks, and I just replicate that. This picture, this tweet, and there's music with it. I've said this before, niche down and expand. So you do get some clips where you don't have the same thing, but as you can see, a lot of these videos that are the best follow that formula. All right, let's look at this here. Is there a way how do I get here? All right, boom. It's not showing. I don't know if there's all right, so I was trying to pull up the analytics for this stuff, but a lot of these videos have done really, really well as far as reels are concerned, and it really is the formula here. A video, a tweet, and then this. So I find a formula, and then I've been rocking with this similar formula for a while trying new things, kind of expanding it a bit, and taking things that are funny, debatable, and things that people might care about, and giving a different perspective on it. So that's what I was saying. Find a formula, find something that people are doing that you can replicate it, and then put your own spin on it, and then take it to another level. Also, don't be afraid to look outside of your niche to get inspiration, to bring things here. You'll see that what I'm about to start doing on this channel is adapting some of the content strategies that I see from people outside of our sphere. In this Ballerverse sports content thing, if you were looking a couple years ago, you didn't really see people hop on and live stream for hours and hours and hours, and then all of a sudden that became the most important thing, or the most popular thing to do. And I've done it for a while, and I've kind of went in and out of that, and expanded and done some other things too. So while you find your formula and you appreciate it and you like it, don't get stuck with it. Always keep innovating and keep expanding. Now, here's the final point. This is number 5. My advice is keep shooting, right? Understand that when you are doing content creation, there's a high probability that the stuff that you're creating might suck for a while, right? The audio might glitch, the lighting might be crazy, you might have to tweak this and tweak that, and you got to work on this thing. In each video you'll get better and better. What I say to you is keep shooting, right? There will be people who will be like, bro, that's trash, I don't know why you doing this, I don't know, you should stop. People in your life who you tell, man, I'm trying to do this content creation thing, don't do it, why you gonna do that? The Instagram, the internet, boo boo boo. Keep shooting. The beautiful thing about this content creation space is you can literally go 0 for 82, right? You can go 0 for 82, have 82 pieces of content that suck, and then you can find your stride on number 83, and that's all people will ever know, and that's all people will care about. And once you hit it, you're not penalized for those other 82s. You could damn near get rid of them. You can have some back catalog where people might be able to find some gems in that old content that wasn't as good. But what I also have realized is that people really appreciate being able to witness your journey. So that's why for me, sometimes I might do something that messes up, or I still post it. I still put it up, because I realize that there is this journey that I'm on, and I want you all to be able to see that as well. So I keep it going and I keep pushing, and for me, it's about getting the shots up, and the more and more you shoot, the better and better you get, the more accuracy you get. It takes me back to, I remember the Steph Curry story that I heard, where he was having some issue in high school getting the ball up over his head, and your boy Dale Curry said, bro, we out here in the back by the garage shooting over and over and over. And it was a summer where he would take 1,000, 10,000 shots a day just to be able to get the muscle memory to be able to get the ball over his head and perfect that form. And now Steph Curry is Steph Curry, who he is, and nobody is like, man, but I remember when Steph Curry was in middle school, he could barely shoot that thing. No, they say, man, Steph Curry is a dog. Nobody cares. You can go back and pull up some Steph Curry middle school tape, and they will pull up the tape showing you that shit don't matter. All right. So that's what I have for y'all with that. I do have one final bonus tip. This is not number 5. This is a final, what I would call bonus tip. And here it is. One of the things that I use. So I'm gonna preface this. If you're watching and you got all of that stuff down, you like, bro, AB, that was good, I'm finna kill him. Just give me one more piece to take it to the next level. I'm going to tell you what I use and what helped me grow in all of these areas: showing and telling, titling videos, content is king, is but like the analyzing of who you watching and what's next is through some of these plugins that you can get as a creator, especially here on your YouTube. So if I go here to my YouTube channel here, let me see, I can go to about, right? And let me see, where is it?
What up, yo? Good morning.
Oh, sorry. It's not showing it. Oh, I guess they got smart. It's my channel, so they're not pulling it. But let me see. Let's do this. Let me see if it'll.
What up, yo? Good morning, good morning. I'm hanging out with my dude, AB the Hero.
What's up?
We getting it down in the...
One of the things here, right? These things, these like plugins. This is a plugin. It's called TubeBuddy, right? It's here. This is what this is. Your YouTube might look a little different. This thing here, I can click this. It'll give me all of these different shortcuts and things here. SEO Studio, Keyword Explorer, best time to publish, all of these little tips and tricks here. You can go here. They got this you go to the website and then you download. It's a plugin, all that stuff. But this is a cool thing. This talks, and this is to show you how much I use this stuff. This is one of the features that are here. They show you how much time you saved, or how much this program has helped you out. So I go here and they say, how much is your time worth? $20 an hour. I'm gonna say my time worth at minimum $100 an hour. And they saying that over the lifetime of me using this TubeBuddy, I've saved $270,000 worth of time just from utilizing this thing here. Now, it says here the thing that I use it most for is video SEO, inline suggestion tags, Insta suggestions, in-screen templates, all of that jazz, which is true. If I go here to this video that I'm kind of fake uploading, here go one of the key tools. A lot of times people be like, man, tags don't matter, hashtags don't matter. And I say, yo, go ahead and do that. Don't leave them out your video, because I'm going to search engine optimize yourself down into the underworld. That's one of the key things that we'll talk about that a little bit deeper, but they'll just give you a bunch of suggested things to populate your videos with. I really hadn't even changed the title. All right, so let's try this. Let's try this live here. That's just sneaking. Let's say LaMelo Ball video about Hornets, right? Boom. There's this thing. All right, and you can come down here and you'll get some suggested tags. So it'll say Charlotte Hornets, Charlotte Hornets full game, Steph Curry, such and such. Some of the like just the LaMelo stuff is already in my tags, just jumping it off from the jump anyway. But so you see, it just ends up saving you a lot of time, because no matter what you put in that description and you put into the title, they'll just give you some things to test out and some suggested tags. Search engine optimization. If you're interested in TubeBuddy, check the description of this video. I have a link to it. I'm gonna try to find an affiliate link since I'm shouting them out. But it's dope. I would say that is one of the other key things that I've used to help grow this channel. So that's 5 things plus a bonus. And I just want to say thank y'all. It's your main man, AB the Hero. If you got any questions, hit me in the comments section. Join the Discord. Send some questions over there as well. We out. Peace.
Be the hero. No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.